sick of being toxic. I don't wanna hurt you, no. Nauseous, I hate feeling like this, but we both know I deserve to now. I'm fucking.
I never thought I was going to be a musician. I always thought I was going to be the CEO of Apple when I was a kid. That was my goal. I was like, I knew everything about the products. I knew the history, and I wanted to climb that corporate ladder. Even in high school, like during career day, they were like, "What do you want to be?" And I was like, "CEO of Apple." And then my songs just started taking off, and I was like, "Fuck, I guess we're doing this," you know? Because I just liked making music, but I didn't see it as like a means to make money. The biggest jump I've done was from rock, like hardish rock, to folk. And that was like, that audience is a very different audience. I noticed I had a whole new group of people in there listening to the folk that didn't know the rock. And I had a lot of comments saying, go back to pop rock, all this stuff. And I don't really care. I think, I don't know, this might be Rick Rubin that says this too, or Oak. One of them that was saying, you're supposed to, I think it was Rick Rubin, make music for yourself. Don't worry about the audience. Make what you want to make. And if I made music for the audience, in my DMs every single day, there's something like, yo, write a song about my ex-girlfriend, bro, because she just did this thing. And man, she, like, I don't know, like, I want her to hear it. Like, I don't know. I just have to write from my heart, you know? I try to capture some sort of essence when I make a song, and I try to do the best song I can with that vibe. And if somebody's already done it, I won't even try. Like if I like Sweater Weather, that's done. Nobody's gonna make a cooler song with that energy, with that feeling. So I'm not gonna try. But the songs that I do make, I think are the coolest of that energy. So I don't want to go back and do it again and then get second place to myself. You know, I don't know if that's making sense. There's so many ways to progress. Like I can progress in melodies and in lyrics and concepts. And I feel like every song has some sort of improvement. Maybe you lose a few things, like you lose, like on Freak, I don't think the lyricism is crazy, but I think the melodies and the vibe are like really cool. And I Won't Beg for You, people don't even know what that song is about. They think it's about some shit, but like I just went crazy on the lyrics. And if you actually knew what it was about, then you'd be like, oh shit, yeah, that makes sense too. I did not even see that. You know?
I broke you first, but I'm still bleeding. You told me something I didn't believe in. I wanna rip your heart out to get even. Man, I hope I don't see you.
Like when I wrote Never With You Again, I had an on and off relationship with my ex for a while. And a few months after us not talking for a while, she hit me up and started up a conversation, wanted to work or do some sort of activity together. And I was like, wow, this is cool. Like maybe things have changed. Maybe things are better now. And I was feeling a little hopeful. And then at the end of the phone call, we were chatting for like 2 hours. She's like, oh, by the way, remember that guy I told you about? I brought him home and he beat the Doonies down. And I was like, that's crazy that you're telling me that after us talking on the phone for 2 hours. And I was like, that's the bed I used to sleep in, huh? And then I hung up and I raced over to Elation's house. And I was like banging on the door. I'm like, bro, I need to make something. I sat in the car for 30 minutes and I wrote the song. And I was like, we got to record this like right now. He lived with his parents. And so they were sleeping. We couldn't, I'm like, I need to yell. He's like, you can't yell. I'm like, I have to fucking like, and he's like, I have an idea. So then he grabbed his recording equipment and he threw it in the car. We drove to the park. We put it all on top of the car. And there was some couple in a truck probably having sex in the corner. And he held up the mic like this to me, set the gain. We had no mic stand. And I'm just screaming like, deep down. And I'm like just fucking in the middle of this park, just screaming my heart out. And that was the recording we used, the one outside, spontaneous. And I still, when I sing that song, I still feel the pain. It's almost impossible for me to sing a song and not be brought into the moment that I wrote it. So, like, even like the girl I'm dating now, when I find out that, you know, I was like, oh damn, you dated that guy? Fuck, I listened to that guy's music. And I'm like, fuck. And like, even though like nothing's happening now and I'm fine, just knowing that something happened, I just get so jealous and mad. And I'm like, I don't know why. Maybe it's being young or something, but I don't know if I'll get over it.
I'm sick of being toxic. I don't wanna hurt you, no. Nauseous, I ain't feeling like this, but we both know I deserve to now. I'm fucking sick and tired of being sick and tired. I keep promising to change and I don't wanna be around.
Okay, so the video is I chatted about the song. I'll leave the song talking for that other interview we did, but I'll tell you about the video. There was this book I read in high school called Escape from Furnace, and it's about these two teenagers that are breaking into a house, and they hear some sort of weird noise, and some guys pull up in gas masks and shoot one of them, and then give the kid the gun and disappear, and then police pull up, and they like essentially the kid's framed for the murder of his best friend, and he goes to trial, and they send him to this like kind of like a Nazi Germany type of super soldier camp where they try to pump him full of like this like black goop that it's kind of like a historical fiction type of, I don't know if you could see it, but yeah, I just thought that like was a crazy story, and like I wanted more people to experience that, like that part. And I also thought it was crazy shooting the feature of the song, the co-artist, right in the beginning of the video. People have no idea. It's me and Dutch on our knees with guns pointed at the back of our heads. And then I don't know, even before the music starts, Dutch gets fucking shot in the head and killed right there. And I think it's really interesting figuring out how the video is going to progress after the feature on the song is dead. And I've seen videos of people watching it and they just get this shock, you know, like it's cool. But yeah, my friend JT, he directed that and he really helped me bring it to life. So thankful for that. That was great.
Damn it, gaslit, you're driving me batshit. What is even crazy? Well, baby, I'll have it. You don't give a fuck right now. No, you're in my head, keeping me up right now. I'll be fucking you up right now. If someone's in your bed, keeping you up right now.
I mean, I have thousands of songs just on my drives and whatnot that'll never come out. And then I have probably hundreds that are like contenders, which will probably still never come out. And then out of those, I have like 20 on some sort of leaked playlist that I let fans, if they like dig really deep and find it, there's a playlist of like 20 unreleased songs that I have. But then I cut that down to like 1 or 2. Crazy doing an album. I feel like I'm like really picky with what I put out. So I'm just cutting off all the fat. I'm like, this song could have been better, cut it off. This one could have been better, you know, and I just kind of dwindle that down to 1 or 2 songs.
I don't think it's all your fault.
February 21st, my song, probably 9 p.m., my song Voila drops. It's called After Hours. It's a play on words because there's no love that's after hours. And then something about getting drunk at after parties so that hopefully I'll bump into the girl that I want to rekindle things with, because that's the type of lifestyle she lives. I have to live that lifestyle in order to find her, you know? So it's like ruining my life in order to get you back. You can find me on Spotify under Christian Gates, and then everywhere else under It's Lux City, ITSLUXCITY. Yeah. Hi, my name's Christian Gates, and you've just been buzzed.